we are observing Kartik VRATA. We are observing Kartik VRATA and hearing Upadesamrita by Rupa Goswami. Yesterday we started the third verse. Utsahan nischay dvarja tatat karma pravartanat sangatyagat sato vritek sadbhi bhakti prasiddhyati. We read from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bengali, and also we started Rose. Yesterday I could not remember one verse because here first point Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying maintaining one's life and practicing devotion are both necessary for devotees. So yesterday I could not remember. I found that verse. It is from Bhagavatam, first canto, second chapter, 10th verse. Kamasya nendriya pritir labho jiveta javata jivasya tattva jigyasa narto yash cheha karma bhi. Means life's desire should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation, since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth. Nothing else should be the goal of one's work. So this part, Jiveta Javata Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. We should maintain our life with appropriate means. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in his other writings that according to Varna Ashram Dharma, that will be better. But devotees, they are not following strictly Varna Ashram Dharma as those who are eligible for Varna Ashram Dharma are following. For example, there Raya Ramananda told to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu asked, what is the goal of life and what is the means to attain it? Then first Raya Ramananda said, following Varna Ashram Dharma, that will satisfy Vishnu. So who are eligible for this? Those who are misidentified with matter, trigunas, according to which guna is predominant, like Sattvic, they will be Brahmins. Kshatriya is mixed Rajaguna and Satya and Rajaguna. Then Vaishya Tamaguna and Rajaguna and Shudra Tamaguna. So they are misidentifying with matter. So Shastra then regulates them that they should do their prescribed duties according to their that nature. But Mahaprabhu said, Eho bhaja age ko hoar. That is external. You say something more. Then Raya Ramananda said, you give up results of that following Varna Ashram Dharma, you offer to Supreme Lord. First stage is karma, you do karma, do action prescribed by Veda. Then karma arpan. You don't do karma for something you want to enjoy after, some result. No, as a duty you do it. That is karmarpan. Then Mahaprabhu again said, Eho bhaja age ko hoar. This is also external. He did not say it is nothing or absolutely wrong or useless. No. But he said this is external. Because that is not the thing which Mahaprabhu came to give. Then Raya Ramananda said, karma tyak. You have to give up karma. In what sense? You have to give up that false ego. I am of this world. Then you come to the platform of Gyan. I am not of this world. They will still do those actions for maintenance, but not with false ego. I am Brahmin, I am Kshatriya, I am Shudra, I am Grihastha, I am this. No. Then Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Rayananda said, and then he said Jnana Shunya Bhakti, Jnana Prayasa Mudapasya, Namanteva. You totally give up all endeavor for Jnana and surrender to Supreme Lord by hearing Harikatha from pure devotee and Stanestita, wherever you are situated, or where Harikatha is going on, there you should go. That should be your place. Then Mahaprabhu said, Echo hoy age kohovar. Yes, and this is all right, but tell further. Because here teaching of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts. Sadhu Sangha, and here Harikatha, and follow that Harikatha. Direct devotion to Krishna. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that devotees, they should maintain their life following Varna, Ashram and Dharma, but only for maintenance of life and not with false ego, but what is suitable for their, what is suitable job for them, they should accept that, because in that way it will be more easy for them to easily get livelihood, and then they will do Shravan Kirtan. You will find in Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu in the 64 limbs of devotion, 8th limb is this. You should not accept too much material things, not too less, and in favor of Krishna, and in order to practice devotion. So Jiva Goswami and others, they commented that what is favorable for devotion, that one should accept, that kind of maintenance, so that he can do. So there are certain rules and regulations in Varna, Ashram and Dharma which it is not necessary for devotees to follow if it is unfavorable for their practice of devotion. So only for the sake of maintenance they will accept those. But here in Western countries, and even now in India, there is no actual Varna, Ashram and Dharma, even in India. That is made by birth, and they're exploiting like this. So what is suitable for someone's nature and favorable for devotion, that he should accept for maintenance. Prabhupada also told in his last message, before disappearance, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, somehow you maintain your life, somehow. In any way suitable, somehow, but you should do Shravan Kirtan. So here this verse also says in Bhagavatam, Jiveta Javata Jivasya. Only these two duties human being, one who got human birth, has. These two. To maintain his life and to do Tattva Jigyasa, inquire about absolute truth. And of course, devotees, they come to know what is that absolute truth, who is he, and they will do Shravan Kirtan. In this way, they will spend their life. So then we came, when we read, devotion is perfected by Utsaha Nishchaya Dorja, practices that are nourishing to devotion, Tatat Karma Pravartan, Sangatyak and Sadachar, or Sadvriti. Sadachar means proper behavior. That is Sadvriti, means that how sadhus they are living means devotees, that you have to follow, that kind of behavior you will find in Hari Bhakti Vilas, how devotees should live. Also, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in those essays, when he's explaining in more detail this, there he wrote about Satovrite, means following sadhu. There are ancient sadhus and recent sadhus. Means ancient are those before Mahaprabhu. Our Gurudev wrote Puranic Charitavali book, where he is from Puranas, all Puranas, different characters. He is describing Atri Rishi, Durvasa, so many are there, to learn from their life about the point of what Puranas are telling. You can learn from those characters, the main point. And recent sadhus, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, they are those who are followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his personal associates. Our Gurudev also wrote Chaitanya's associates. There you will find biographies. If you go through biographies of devotees of Mahaprabhu, then you can easily see in practice what is Mahaprabhu's teaching and how devotees should live. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur there wrote that today devotees, they should follow according to Mahaprabhu's associates' life. Of course, those from Puranas, we can take principle that how they follow their dharma and even at the cost of their life, or all those. Harishchandra is a great example, then King Nahusha, so many there. Chitraketu. From their life, we can learn. Atmadev. Stories from Puranas. They're actually not stories fictitious, they're histories. So, but following Mahaprabhu's associates, both, they are both renowned saints and household devotees. So following in their footsteps, how they did, that is necessary. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also, he played this pastime of hearing biographies of devotees. In Jagannath Puri, sometimes in Tota Gopinath, sometimes in Narendra Sarovar, that lake, he heard from Gadadhar Pandit Goswami. Gadadhar is Radharani, highest, topmost devotee. He knows everything. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu requested him, I want to hear about Dhruva and Prahlad Charitra. And hearing, it is stated in Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur. He heard 100 times and he said, I want to hear again. Why? We hear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself. He appeared in this world. Samarpayitam unata ujjvala rasa. We are hearing to taste himself, Radha Prem, Radha Bhav, and to distribute all. Why it is necessary then to hear Dhruva and Prahlad Charit? There are two explanations. And why 100 times? Not once, 100 times, and again he wants to hear. One thing is, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to rescue all fallen souls. And they are on different levels. They will not be able to immediately understand about Radha's prema. They are not eligible. They may misunderstand. Radharani is rebuking sometimes Krishna, and they will not understand how this is devotion, because love is there inside, but outwardly very harsh. So there are jivas on different levels of eligibility. So those teachings which are given through Dhruva, Charit, don't blame others and don't worship Supreme Lord for any other desires except his service. That teaching we have to learn. And from Prahlada's character, how he practiced, how he tolerated, how he preached, in what way, how he respected everyone, and all that is there, you know. Also Ambarish Maharaj. So all these biographies are for gradual that we can follow. Another thing is they have that strong nishta, and that sort of nishta will remind you of Gopis Prema, will connect. Because in Shantarasa, two qualities are there. Krishna Nishta, Krishna Tyag. Full faith, full surrender, unconditional surrender to Krishna, and Trishna Tyag, no other desires. We see in Dhruva, when he saw Narayan, he said, I don't want anything. I only want your service. And he regretted why I wanted that kingdom, when he had to go back home to accept that. And from Prahlad we learn, I'm not a businessman to ask anything from you for my service. You are my eternal master, I am your eternal servant. That is our relationship. I'm not a businessman. So this teaching we have to learn, accept. And then further, if you develop, then adding to these two qualities, there is seva. Then it becomes dasya. Then if you add that intimacy, then it will become sakya, and then sneha you will add, then it will become vatsalya, and sarvanga seva, with all limbs they are serving, that will become madhurya rasa. So gradually you can come, not all of a sudden jump. So we have to learn from the biographies of pure devotees. But for us, our Gurudev also wrote one book about Dhruva and Prahlad, Charitra and Puranic Charitavali, characters of Puranas, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. So from those biographies we can get all knowledge and all how to practice everything. What Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, especially for devotees of now, of this age, Kali Yuga, they should see the examples of Mahaprabhu's associates, like Raghunath Das Goswami and others, Srivas Pandit. They should follow their way. Utsaha means eagerness for devotional practice. By indifference, devotion is lost. Yesterday I said that for beginner sadhakas, sometimes it is not stable enthusiasm. Depends in which wave you are. Also sometimes due to karma, if someone is in Ketu period, according to astrology, then he will think about liberation more. So he will be inspired to do these practices, for not these material things, enjoyment so much. But if he will come to Venus period, then he will want to enjoy this world. So we see in the life of devotees also, some are influenced by this so much that it affects their practice. So there are ways, our Gurudev told. So we have to know there are ways. Also you will find, like sometimes you think that this is all non-eternal. My actual relation is with Krishna. I should worship him and they are doing bhajan. But then another period will come, another wave, they will want to enjoy, because the influence of those bad thoughts will come. So they have to practice. That is why you will find very nicely Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur described in Madhurja Kadambini. In when you come, Shraddha, then Sadhu Sangha, then Guru Padashray, then Bhajana Kriya. And there are two, Anishtita Bhajana Kriya and Nishtita Bhajana Kriya. Unstable and stable. So when it is unstable, means under the influence of anarthas, so there you will find Utsahamoy. Utsahamoy, Ghana Tarala 6 are there, and Vyuda Vikalpa, Taranga Rangini, there are 6. Very nice. Utsahamoy means like someone will start like a small boy in school, then he will learn few letters, then he will think, oh, now I know everything. I can conquer a whole world. But then again, after some time, he will lose that enthusiasm. And Vyuda Vikalpa, too much speculation. I should do this, and so many arguments are coming from Shastra also. And then again, it will change, but no, this is not like I should be ascetic, I should be householder. So not only this topic, so many topics. Then another arguments will come in your own mind. They will flop, that change. That is Vyuda Vikalpa, then Ghana Tarala, sometimes very thick, sometimes more liquid, means, and Niyam Akshama, sometimes able to follow the rules, sometimes not. That is all Anishtita. So that is one stage. So we have to understand that this is natural, like child when he tries to learn how to walk. Immediately he will not walk. He will try a few steps, then he will fall. Again, he will try and fall, and like this. But it is great encouragement if mother is there. He's encouraging him. Like that, Sadhu Sangha is great factor in encouragement. So that we can practice, and the more anarthas are gone, the more you become steady in your bhajan. So this utsaha is necessary. If one is indifferent to practice, then that devotion will be lost. Practice with adoration is utsaha. Nishchaya means firm conviction. Dharya means not slackening in one's engagement in the process, even after seeing delays in the attainment of the goal. Nishchaya means this: surely Krishna will bless. Krishna really exists. I am really his eternal servant. This is the means, devotion, practice, and with firm faith they are doing, without doubt. That is, again, Sadhu Sangha can help us, because they realized and they are tasting devotion. So if we are with them, associating or seeing, then we also get inspiration. Or by hearing these biographies, we can learn how they performed and what they got. But also one thing is there, Sadhu Sangha, as we will see in 4th verse, that's 6-fold behavior or association with sadhus one should do, not exploiting sadhu. Like our Gurudev explained, mere proximity, physical proximity with the sadhu does not mean sadhu sangha. Or remaining far away from sadhu does not necessarily mean that one is not in sadhu sangha. Our Gurudev gave one example when he joined the mat, first in Chaitanya mat with Parang Gurudev. Then tomorrow is the appearance day of our Parang Gurudev. You are all invited to come. So there, Gurudev saw one Gokul Das Babaji Maharaj, disciple of Prabhupada, but he also got blessing and darshan and association with Gorkishore Das Babaji Maharaj before. So this Gokul Das Babaji was staying in Chaitanya Mat, and he was Paramahansa stage. He was always chanting Harinam, and at that time he was old, and he was when he was lying on bed, then Gurudev saw there are many those small bugs there in the bed, but Babaji Maharaj was Paramahansa stage. He did not mind their sucking his blood. He was not disturbed. He was doing his bhajan. Gurudev said we could not remain even for a few moments, but he was doing bhajan there, undisturbed, because he was Paramahansa. So Gurudev said, those bugs, they are very near to sadhu, physically, on his body, or in his head. Best part of sadhu is there. They're very near. But are they having sadhu sangha? No. Because sadhu, what he is thinking? He is thinking how I can satisfy Krishna all the time. That is his target. He's always thinking this. But what bugs are thinking? They're thinking how to suck the blood of sadhu. Although they are very near physically, but that is not sadhu sangha. And in contrast, if one may be away, many miles away from sadhu, but sadhu chitta vritti anugamon he's doing. Means, what is sadhu's chitta vritti? What is his propensity, or what is his tendency or action of his heart, consciousness? That is seva. He's always thinking of seva and doing seva. If one will follow this thought of sadhu, sadhu chitta vritti anugamon, follow that, then he may be 1,000 miles away from sadhu, but he will be in sadhu sangha, following his thought or following his instruction. Like you remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he blessed that Kurma Vipra in South India. Then Kurma Vipra, he said, I will go with you on tour. Then Mahaprabhu said, no, you remain here. That is my order. You chant here Harinam, and also always you chant, and you also preach to others. You deliver this land. In this way you will get my association. Means by following. Not by physically being near, but by following. And another example is there, Raghunath Das Goswami. He was in Puri with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Many years. He saw all Leelas of Mahaprabhu, Rata Yatra, those Kirtans, everything he saw. Then after Mahaprabhu disappeared, Raghunath Das Goswami was feeling such separation that he was thinking, I will give up my life. I cannot remain. Then he thought, at least once in my life, I will go and take darshan of Vrindavan, Dham. Then there, after taking darshan, from Govardhan, I will jump and I will give up my life. I cannot remain in this world without Mahaprabhu. Then he came to Vrindavan, and there he met Rupa Sanatan. Rupa Sanatan, they were ordered by Mahaprabhu to do seva there in Vrindavan, to find lost holy places, recover, reveal, and to write scriptures and establish deity worship and this. So they were doing according to order of Mahaprabhu. They were not staying with him in Puri, like Raghunath Das Goswami, but were in Vrindavan and doing seva given by Mahaprabhu. So when Raghunath Das Goswami met them there, in their association, he felt Mahaprabhu is here. He felt Mahaprabhu is here. He was with or inside the heart of Rupa Sanatan. He felt his presence. Why? Because they're fully following what Mahaprabhu ordered them. So Mahaprabhu was always with them. So Raghunath Das Goswami felt it, and then he gave up that resolve to give up life. He found new life, new hope, new Mahaprabhu. So he was in their shelter of Rupa Sanatan. Then he was doing bhajan there. Then also in Radhakund. So if someone follows Sadhu Chitta Vritti Anugamon, then you will be with Sadhu. Even though Sadhu is far away or disappeared, but following is the most important. Then our Gurudev again gave one example. What is the meaning of following? Not imitating. Sadhu is sitting like this, I will sit like this. Sadhu is speaking like this, I will speak like this. Or Sadhu is dressing like this or eating like that, I will do, then that is following. No. Guru said you have to know the purpose of what Sadhu is doing. Then you have to follow the purpose, seva. Then one example our Gurudev gave. Once there was one man in India who was selling caps by walking in the road, and he had one basket on hat and so many caps, and he would call, you buy caps, very good caps. So he was selling. In this way he was maintaining his life. So one day he could not sell any cap, and he had one cap on his head. To be example, so he was very disappointed, so he went into that little forest there. He had lunch with him, so he took lunch under a tree, and he was very disappointed, and then he slept there. So there were some monkeys there, and monkeys, they saw that man is wearing a cap, and they saw there are many caps there in his basket. So silently they came, and they each took one cap and they put on the head, and they went on the tree, and they were very happy, jumping and screaming and very happy. So that man woke up and he saw his basket is empty, and he saw monkeys, they're dancing there on tree, all wearing caps. Then he became more angry. I could not sell a single cap today, and now monkeys also, they took all my caps. And he was very angry looking at them, and he took that cap from his head, and he looking at them, he said, why you didn't take this cap also? And he threw into them. Then monkeys also, they took their caps and threw to him. Why? Because they don't know what is the purpose of having cap. They were only imitating that man, not knowing the purpose. So when they saw he's wearing cap, okay, we will wear cap. When he threw, they also threw. So like that, one thing is imitation of sadhu, that will not give any benefit. But we have to follow sadhu. We have to know the purpose, what he's doing. And also, you will find in Bhagavatam, the great personalities, if there is any difference in their behavior and their instruction, then you have to follow their instruction. If there is no difference, then you can follow behavior and instruction, because they are more advanced, and you should not imitate those activities which he can do as a Paramahansa, like Gorkishore Das Babaji or Bangsha. You have to follow their instruction. Of course, that is for real sadhu meant. So we have to follow sadhu as per his instruction for us, for our eligibility, then we can progress. We should not imitate. Arya means not slackening in one's engagement in the process, even after seeing delays in the attainment of the goal. Our Gurudev again gave one example. We get one seed of mango and we sow it and water, and then nothing is happening. We are watering and land is good, sun is there, and nothing we are seeing. Then after a long time, some sprout little will come. And then we are thinking, where is the fruit? Where I want that sweet fruit. Nothing is there. Then again we are watering, again we have to wait, and it will grow. And again we are impatient, where is the fruit? So like that, it may take many years to finally get the fruit from that mango which we sowed. You will not get immediately the fruit. So if you become impatient, then you cannot be successful. That is why, because these stages are there, and they are not time limited. Like I took initiation 20 years ago, I must have this stage. No. It depends what is your past background, whether you already did some bhajan in previous lives, and how intensely you are doing now. Then that will determine how quickly you can progress in devotion through all those stages. It is not same for all. And it is also, there is no time limit. It depends on eligibility. When you get that eligibility for next step, then you can get next step. Not by time. Already I am hearing for many years now, so now I'm eligible. No, not necessary. When you get eligibility, then you can go further. And someone else who did in past life, he may very quickly get. Or if he's very intense in his bhajan. So patience is necessary. Gurudev said, even in worldly, if you want to achieve anything in this world, some success, there patience is necessary. So what to speak of? Getting spiritual result, more patience is necessary. Again, having association of sadhus who already attained at least ruchi or something, that will be of great help to have inspiration to do, because now there is no taste, no liking to do. Sometimes Krishna may give some drops of nectar to encourage us and to make our faith strong, but that is not stable. So we have to take like a medicine. In 7th verse of Upadesamrita it is there. The sugar candy, you are not tasting sweet because of pitta problem, jaundice. You taste bitter. But still with faith you have to take as a medicine, because that will cure you. So like that, now in this stage, you may not like it. There is actual ruchi and external ruchi. Like someone is singing very nice tune, deities are very nicely dressed. That is external ruchi, some taste, but it is not actual transcendental ruchi. So that ruchi is not stable. To get that actual ruchi, where medicine will become your best food, on that stage, you have to pass through these stages. Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nibriti Nishta, then Ruchi will come, proper Ruchi. So those who already have that Ruchi, if you associate with them or hear their Harikatha, read their books if not available directly, then that will give us enthusiasm and patience. There are two types of activities that are nourishing to devotion: prescribed actions and restrictions on actions. Hearing, chanting, and so on are the prescriptions. Giving up one's own enjoyment or happiness for Krishna's sake and other such activities are the restrictions. Krishna pritye bhogotyak in Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu. For the sake of Krishna, for his satisfaction, to give up bhog means enjoyment, tyak. So once in Gauriya Math in India, Bhag Bazar Gauriya Math, one man came and he offered something there to deity, and then he spoke to one brahmachari there. I admire you so much. You are such a big tyagis. You have renounced all enjoyment. You are such a tyagis. I'm impressed. Then that brahmachari said, no, you are mahatyagi. You are bigger tyagi than us. Then that man said, no, you don't know me. I am doing all these things. And also I'm drinking tea. You gave up drinking tea also. You are such tyagis. Then the Brahman said, no, you are great tyagi, greater mahatyagi. Then no, why you are joking with me? He said, no, I'm not joking. We only gave up some small things like not eating onion, garlic, tea, cigarettes, this. We gave up some small things, but you did Bhagavan Tyag. You gave up Supreme Lord himself. You are not worshipping him. You gave up him. He is so big. He is everything. You gave up him. So who is bigger Tyagi? So that is, of course, sometimes joking, but for the sake of doing service to Krishna, we should give up these enjoyments. That is why 4 regulative principles. And what will make you forget Krishna, or there is some obstacle to bhajan that should be given up for the sake of Krishna. Otherwise your mind will be there. Even if you blame others wrongly, that is also obstacle that you have to give up. Dhruva gave up. He was angry on his stepmother, and then Suniti mother told him, you should not be angry on her. She's only instrumental. You got this fruit of your action. She's only instrumental. Yes, she's doing wrong, but she's not the cause of your suffering. So this type of hostile mentality you have to give up. Otherwise you cannot satisfy Vishnu. And our Gurudev explained, because then you will always have that issue with someone, and it may be subconscious also. You cannot forgive and forget, and it may be in subconscious, and it is always going on in background. So many issues there because of blaming. And it is similar like if you have mobile or computer and so many applications they are running in background, then the one who is in front will go very slow. If so many things going at the same time, or if you have to upgrade something on your computer, then everything will go very slow. Like that, if we have so many issues with so many, by blaming and there, that will take away our attention. We cannot actually devote ourselves to Krishna. So it happened when Dhruva gave up all hostile mentality to anyone in this world, not blaming anyone. For my own suffering, I am the cause. My actions. Krishna is giving the fruit. He gave up that, then he became free. Fully free. Then in that free, he could fully call Krishna from the heart. Otherwise impossible. That verse is there, Tatenu Kampam Susamikshamanam. When one will give up this blaming, Atmakritam Vipakam, I am reaping the fruits of my own action, not blaming anyone, then Hrit Vagvapur Viridadan Namaste. Then it is possible to fully dedicate yourself to Krishna. Otherwise, all the time issues with so many. It may be subconscious in background, you don't know even, but it is taking away your energy and attention and everything. So this is very important to give up also, for the sake of engaging yourself, to be free to engage yourself in the service of Krishna. Sangha Tyaga means giving up the association of religious persons, women, or it can mean men, or nowadays you have so many those different types of LGBT, so many different types. It means this. And non-devotees, materialists, illusionists, atheists, and religious hypocrites. So all this already it was mentioned in the second verse. Again, it is repeated here that this is very important because Asat Sangha will take us to other goals, will inspire. If I'm free and I started taking some drug, then I become addicted. Then after some time I realize that is not good and I want to give up. Then it is very difficult to give up that addiction. You may decide, but that addiction will be very strong. So if you are alone, then only you are fighting with your own addiction. If you go in company of those who are not addicted and they are leading healthy life, that will be great encouragement for you to follow your decision to give up. But if you, with that weakness, are associating with those who did not decide to stop and they're doing with interest, then your weakness plus their association, you will totally, it will be combined, you will totally fail in your decision. That is why Asat Sangha Tyag is so important for devotees. Those who are realized soul, they can do bhajan anytime, any place. They're seeing everything in connection with Krishna, but for sadhakas, it is very important to give up association with non-devotees because that will take you to other goals. They are doing with interest, that atmosphere. It is better to be alone than to be with them, but it is better to be in sadhu sangha. That is best. That will help us. And yesterday also I told Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained, only outwardly behaving like in job with other people for the sake of what we have to do for getting livelihood, that is not considered Sangha. Sangha means when you do those exchanges, intimate exchanges with them, as will be described in verse 4. Sadvriti means the conduct followed by the sadhus and the means by which they maintain their lives. So that is before I said. We have to see Mahaprabhu's Or in present day, we have to see our gurus and other exalted pure devotees of our time. Like Gurudev told me, you will see Haridas Thakur, you have to follow his example. And you can see our Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj. So he was more recent. I did not see him, but Gurudev was associating with him. So Gurudev kept his photo there in his room. And when he was chanting, he used to look at Babaji Maharaj, means or pray to him before chanting, and then he was chanting. So we have to see some example, either from past, from books or hearing, or best is if now we can have some example to follow, that will be great encouragement. For renunciants, sadbriti means begging, and for householders, it means acting according to the rules for the social role and function, that is Varna and Ashram. So tomorrow we will hear, no, tomorrow is our Parangurdi appearance and Gorkishore Das Babaji disappearance. At least little at the end we will start commentary by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur to follow Kartik Brat, and then we will continue this Upadesamrita, although Kartik for us who started on Ekadashi will end tomorrow, but we will go on reading this Upadesamrita till the end because it is very important for sadhakas to know and to practice.